And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Congressman Al Green and President Trump almost had that big face-off once again. Green attempted to introduce articles of impeachment against President Trump this week, but the effort was shut down by his colleagues on Capitol Hill. He updated The Factor in real time during our interview today. Right after or before our interview, he had the details about it being turned down by members of Congress. Let's get to it tonight. And joining us from Washington, D.C. on The Factor Uncensored, we have Congressman Al Green, who represents Houston. Congressman Green, you've made your intentions clear that you would like articles of impeachment prepared for President Donald Trump. For obvious reasons. Let's hear from you, sir.
Well, thank you. As you know, the president declared war on Iran without the consent of Congress. The Constitution clearly mandates that it is the Congress that has the authority to declare war. I don't think we should allow one person to commit more than 300 million people to war. I think that the Congress is a better place to do it. The framers of the Constitution thought so. And so I have called on the Congress to require the president to do this by way of articles of impeachment. It is a way to give the president notice that we are paying attention, also a way to remove a president if it is so egregious that a majority of the members of Congress will vote to impeach.
Now, many people have said that what the president did was in his range of power. As president, there was no declaration of war per se that would take Congress. For those who are saying, if you're moving forward with impeachment and the president didn't actually declare war, he took action in a foreign country, which has been done so before by other presidents. How would you respond to that, Congressman?
Thank you for that question. The president would probably say that a country bombing a facility in this country had declared war on us. So there's a way to declare war without saying, I declare war. Drop bombs on another country or allow a country to bomb this country. I guarantee you we'll take it as an act of war. So that was an act of war. It was a de facto declaration of war by actually bombing Iran.
What would be the next step if you wanted to move forward with an impeachment process? Does it take a vote of Congress? What, for those who are wondering?
Well, it does take a vote of Congress, and Congress voted today to table the motion to impeach, the resolution to impeach. And tabling it is something that Congress has a prerogative to do. There were 79 members who voted not to table. I think that these are revelations that we will take up again at some point in the future. The president is doing such awful things so consistently. There are so many things that he should be called to check on, and I plan to do that. I came here to be of service to the people. I'm a liberated Democrat, unbought, unbossed, and unafraid. So the president will probably hear more from me.
There are other individuals who are Republican, who were against this move by the president to intercede and get involved in the conflict in the Middle East. Were you surprised to see other Republicans like Marjorie Taylor Greene say that this is not what the American people asked for when they put him into the office?
I was surprised in the sense that it was said, but I think many Republicans quietly say things that they don't say publicly. So I suppose I'm surprised to hear people say these things publicly, but I know that they're being said quietly. And
Is there a fear of the president when it comes to his own party, where if they stand up against him, they feel like they will face a challenge in their districts?
Well, of course there is. In fact, you might have heard him say that he was going to challenge the one Republican who brought a resolution against him recently. And this is what he does. And he has his friends who are very wealthy, who spend large sums of money to get people removed from office. So yes, he literally rules with rewards and punishments. He rewards people and then he punishes those that don't get in line. I am a person who has survived all of his attacks. I will continue to fight against what he's doing. You can't just bomb a country and decide to do it without talking to Congress. We don't want one person to have that kind of authority to go to another country and bomb. This is something that he should have brought to Congress. And he didn't give us any notice. There are people who are saying, well, they should have, he gave notice. He did not give us notice. Some of the Republicans received notice, as I understand it, but he's supposed to give Congress notice. Foreign leaders were given notice, but he did not respect the Congress. And that lack of respect for Congress and the Constitution is why I filed those articles of impeachment. And I would add this, it was also within the back of my mind that this is the president that supported an insurrection on the Capitol. This is a president that pardoned people who participated in the insurrection on the Capitol. This is the president who sent people to foreign countries without due process of the law. Do we really want to give him the power to declare war? He would then be above the law. He would literally be akin to a king.